Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Narcissists are con artists, and often come across as charming and charismatic individuals, who can initially make you feel like the most important person in the world. However, as you get deeper into a relationship with them, you may begin to notice that something isn't quite right. What you might not realize immediately is that narcissists have a talent for gradually siphoning away various aspects of your life: your money, time, belongings, happiness, spirituality, and even your personality. Imagine a thief. Not one snatching purses or wallets, but one who pilfers the very essence of who you are. A narcissist operates in this shadowy realm, draining your resources and happiness with a finesse that can be difficult to detect. They are experts at veiled manipulation, leaving you depleted and questioning your own reality. And this is the insidious danger of having a narcissist in your life, someone who steals the very core of your being. They can be your partner, a parent, a friend, or anyone who weaves themselves into your world, with a charm that slowly turns into a suffocating control. They'll morph into chameleons, mirroring your interests and desires to gain your trust. This emotional investment blinds you, as they slowly exploit your generosity. Narcissistic abuse extends far beyond the realm of stolen wallets and missing belongings. It's a form of emotional manipulation that can leave lasting scars on a victim's sense of self, their financial stability, and overall well-being. In today's video, we'll delve into the insidious ways a narcissist can exploit and diminish an individual, and offer some insights into protecting yourself from their manipulative tactics. Narcissists employ various forms of abuse and manipulation to establish power and control over their victims. And stealing is a common tactic that narcissists use to assert dominance and gain control over you. One of the most devastating aspects of being involved with a narcissist is the way they can systematically strip you of your finances. A narcissist views money as a tool for control and a measure of worth, and one of the most direct ways a narcissist can exploit you is financially. The narcissist is a skilled plunderer of financial resources. In narcissistic environments, the approach that a narcissist will have when financially abusing someone can be both subtle or overt. Money is a narcissist's playground. Lavish gifts and the love-bombing stage morph into justifications for you to shoulder their financial burdens down the line. This calculated charm offensive masks their true agenda, gaining access to your financial resources and physical possessions. And, over time, financial support for their extravagant needs becomes an unspoken obligation. Guilt trips and subtle emotional blackmail become their weapons, leaving you constantly worried about your finances. They may use flattery, emotional blackmail, or even threats to get what they want. They might even borrow your belongings, never to be seen again. You might find yourself downplaying your own career goals to prioritize theirs, or mysteriously having less disposable income, despite no change in your spending habits. Financial abuse occurs in 99% of domestic violence cases. It is one of the most common tactics that narcissists use to gain power and control over the people that they are abusing. They may borrow money without any intention of repaying it, or manipulate you into giving them control over your finances. Through manipulation and deceit, they exploit their victims for monetary gain, draining their bank accounts and accumulating debts without a second thought. What was once a stable financial future becomes a battleground of deceit and betrayal, as the narcissist siphons away every last cent of your money for their own selfish means. Over time, a narcissist may try to make you financially dependent on them, making it difficult for you to leave the relationship. They might control access to your own money, limit your employment opportunities, or run up debts in your name. In moments of anger, they may resort to threatening financial abandonment, instilling fear and dependence in their victims. Their control escalates as they become abusive and manipulative if you dare to spend beyond their arbitrary limits. Moreover, they require you to seek their permission for essential purchases, eroding your sense of agency. They may exploit your children's savings without consultation, disregarding your parental rights. Narcissists often have a sense of entitlement and may feel justified in taking or borrowing your belongings without asking. From cherished keepsakes to that perfect pair of shoes, a narcissist has a knack for borrowing and forgetting to return them. These stolen belongings become trophies, a subtle reminder of their dominance and disregard for your boundaries. They may even control or manipulate your access to your own belongings, claiming that what's yours is also theirs, or that you owe them. In some cases, a narcissist may intentionally damage and destroy your belongings as a way to exert control or express their anger. In time, they may sell your belongings without your consent, further stripping away your autonomy and sense of security. Material possessions hold little value in the eyes of a narcissist, save for their ability to assert dominance and control. With a sense of entitlement unmatched by any other, they lay claim to everything within their grasp, from prized possessions to cherished heirlooms. What was once a home filled with love and warmth becomes a barren wasteland, stripped bare by the narcissist's unrelenting greed. These signs serve as red flags for recognizing and confronting the insidious nature of financial control in narcissistic relationships. Money is one of the biggest sources of narcissistic supply that narcissists can have access to, and because of this, it is very common for a narcissist to steal from you through financial abuse. To protect yourself from financial exploitation, it is imperative to maintain separate bank accounts, keep track of your finances, and set clear boundaries around money matters and consider seeking legal advice if necessary. Narcissists are notorious for their self-centeredness and demanding nature, which undoubtedly can consume a significant amount of your time. Once you're ensnared, they become relentless thieves of your time. They gain power and control over you by making you prioritize their thoughts, feelings, emotions, and needs over your own. Every moment spent with a narcissist is meticulously orchestrated to cater to their insatiable ego. They demand a considerable amount of your time and attention, often monopolizing it with constant demands, complaints, or some crises. This leaves you emotionally and physically drained, with little opportunity to pursue your own interests, spend time with friends and family, or even relax and unwind. They may also use time as a tool for control, making you wait for them, canceling plans at the last minute, or expecting you to drop everything to attend to their needs. To a narcissist, their time is unceasingly paramount, and yours, expendable. You'll find yourself rearranging your schedule to accommodate their last-minute needs, sacrificing hobbies you once cherished, and neglecting your own well-being to cater to theirs. Their constant demands warp your sense of time, leaving you perpetually behind. As days turn into weeks and months, the victim finds themselves trapped in a cycle of endless obligation, their own aspirations and dreams fading into oblivion. When a narcissist gets you to a point where you don't feel like you have a right to make yourself a priority in your own life, they have stolen your time. Therefore, set boundaries around your time and prioritize self-care. Make time for yourself and your own interests, and don't let a narcissist dictate your schedule. Another one of the most insidious ways a narcissist can steal from you is by undermining your happiness and self-esteem. They'll shower you with praise in the beginning, a love-bombing phase that creates an intoxicating sense of being adored. But slowly, the compliments turn into insidious criticisms, chipping away at your self-esteem. True happiness is anathema to a narcissist. They feed off your joy, often subtly by belittling your achievements, undermining your goals, or creating drama and conflict. They may use emotional manipulation, gaslighting, or blame shifting to make you feel unworthy, insecure, or unhappy. A sarcastic remark about your promotion or a dismissive eye roll at your new hobby can quickly chip away at your enthusiasm. Over time, your vibrant spirit dims, replaced by a nagging sense of inadequacy and a hesitancy to share your joys, for fear of their withering response. Your happiness becomes conditional, based solely on their approval. You walk on eggshells, constantly trying to anticipate their mood swings and avoid their wrath. After months, years, or even decades of enduring abuse from a narcissist, it's often typical to develop a negative self-image. You might begin to feel unlovable, unwanted, worthless, weak, and inadequate. This is typically how a narcissist robs you of your happiness. Now, your spiritual path, that quiet wellspring of strength, is another target. Narcissists often mock, dismiss, or belittle your spiritual beliefs and practices, undermining your connection to your spirituality and personal growth. Gradually chipping away at the foundation that keeps you grounded. They might use sarcasm to belittle your meditation practices or express skepticism about the importance of your religious traditions. Some narcissists may exploit your spiritual beliefs to manipulate and control you, using your faith or spiritual practices as a means to gain power over you. For the spiritual person, the narcissist can be particularly destructive. Their constant negativity and need for control can make it difficult to connect with your inner self or practice your faith. Imagine trying to meditate with a dark cloud constantly hovering overhead, draining your energy and stifling your inner light. This spiritual sabotage is aimed to weaken your sense of self and make you more susceptible to their manipulations. Narcissists also steal your words, your life stories, your interests, your style, and even your identity and personality. In the initial stages of a relationship, narcissists often mirror your personality traits and interests to make you feel understood and validated. However, over time, they may begin to mimic and adopt your personality traits as their own, leaving you feeling confused and disoriented. Imagine a narcissistic or psychopathic person looking into a mirror every morning and asking, "Who should I be today?" Many survivors of narcissistic people note that they had their identities stolen during these exploitative relationships. Whether it was a friendship, romantic relationship, or even in the context of family and the workplace, narcissistic and psychopathic individuals can morph into a distorted version of you, adopting your traits, mannerisms, words, distinct sense of style, and even your life stories, in an attempt to gain praise and attention that they would not otherwise obtain. In the beginning, the narcissist traditionally mirrors you to love bomb you into a relationship, friendship, or business partnership. They pretend to be your soulmate, claiming to share the same hobbies, interests, goals, and characteristics as you, to get you to trust them. Yet the imitation doesn't end there, nor is malignant mirroring limited to romantic relationships or love bombing. It can escalate into stalker-like, pathological behavior across different contexts. This type of mirroring is vastly different from interactions where we naturally mirror others due to empathy, attraction, or trying to establish a social connection. On the other hand, narcissistic mirroring encompasses a strong force of malicious envy and resentment, often leading to attempts to sabotage others, or even take over their lives. Ultimately, the narcissist lays claim to the very essence of their victim's being, their personality. Perhaps the most insidious theft is the narcissist's whittling away at your sense of self. Imagine a sculptor who, with each subtle stroke, transforms a magnificent statue into a distorted version of its former glory. They might mock your values, subtly dismiss your interests, and rewrite your memories with their own narrative. You start to question your own perceptions, your own reality. You find yourself apologizing for who you are, constantly trying to fit into the mold they've created. Your dreams and aspirations become an afterthought, replaced by a hollow echo of their desires. In a narcissist's world, your wants and needs are insignificant. Gradually, you find yourself conforming to their desires, suppressing your authentic self to appease their fragile ego. You might start downplaying your interests to avoid their criticism, or find yourself adopting their mannerisms and opinions unconsciously. This slow suffocation of your individuality can leave you feeling like a stranger to yourself. Through a process of gaslighting and psychological warfare, they erode the victim's sense of self, leaving behind a mere shell of who they once were. Through constant criticism and manipulation, they can cause you to doubt yourself and lose touch with who you are. What was once a vibrant and independent individual becomes a puppet, dancing to the narcissist's twisted tune. Being in a relationship with a narcissist can be a draining and damaging experience. Narcissists have a knack for exploiting and manipulating others to serve their own needs, often leaving a trail of emotional and psychological destruction in their wake. By recognizing their tactics and setting healthy boundaries, you can protect yourself from the narcissist's attempts to steal your money, time, belongings, happiness, spirituality, and personality. Seek support from friends, family, or mental health professionals to help you navigate the challenges of dealing with a narcissist and reclaim your life. Bear in mind that narcissists can only exploit what you allow them to take. And never forget that you deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and love. Do not settle for anything less. So, I hope this helps you. If this content was helpful, please consider sharing and subscribing to my channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Always feel free to share your experiences in the comment section below, which also helps validate the experiences of other survivors. I express my gratitude to everyone for tuning in and watching. Let us help spread the awareness and lead healthier and fulfilling lives.